Welcome to the Intuitive Hour with psychic medium, author, and intuitive life coach, Michelle Beltran. The Intuitive Hour will empower you to learn how to magnify your intuitive voice. Listen in and expand your understanding of what it means to be psychic and how to awaken, amplify, and trust your inner voice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Intuitive Hour, Awaken Your Inner Voice. Today, we're continuing our discussion about controlled remote viewing, which I call distance sensing. I wanted to share with you a little bit about upside down drawing and how to increase right brain activity so that you can increase your own distance sensing abilities. It's fairly natural for our left brain to be so in charge that we often can't regulate it. This exercise is going to give you, or rather give your creative, intuitive right brain a chance to take over for a while. So allow yourself to let that happen today. Okay, so when you begin looking at a photo, right side up, you naturally give it dimension and order. You see the top, the bottom, the sides, and so forth. It makes sense to your left brain. But if you look at that same picture upside down, suddenly it's chaos. Your brain can't make clear sense of it. So this is even more pronounced when you try to draw it upside down. And herein lay the doorway to opening your right brain. If you'll just follow these few steps, you'll begin to nourish this remarkable, largely untouched side of who you are. And for those of you who desire an even more in-depth discussion on the intricacies of the right and left brain functionality as they relate to drawing, I would encourage you to read a phenomenal book, highly recommend, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards. All right then, so the steps to follow in this exercise. First, you want to find a picture of a person who you want to draw, who you perhaps feel an affinity for some reason or another. Next, go to a quiet place and have at least 30 minutes of uninterrupted time. Choose a time and place where you can draw comfortably. Finally, turn the picture upside down that you have selected and begin drawing it on a clean sheet of paper. Start exactly where you feel you are led to start. There is no right or wrong place to begin. Also, don't try to figure out what you're drawing. Just draw what is right before you. It's imperative that you don't turn the picture right side up, or you'll shift back and awaken your left brain. You might want to cover what you're drawing with another piece of paper, and then gradually reveal sections of it as you draw, piece by piece. In this way, the picture and your progress will not seem overwhelming. Yet another technique I'd like to share with you today is called healing the body with remote viewing. Spiritual growth requires body, mind, and spiritual wholeness and balance. And as strange as it may seem, it is possible to use remote viewing to detect health issues and bring wholeness to one's body. The first step is to hold the body as sacred and significant. Sports professionals consider health and having a high level of physical well-being a serious endeavor, Light workers often use remote viewing to collect information from a client's past in order to convey that information to the client and help them heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Anyone can remote view to see any situation, past, present, or future. He or she can use this skill to look for patterns and find the root cause of a health issue. An athlete's routine involves practice, consistent training, rest, recovery, balanced nutrition, and routine hydration. The same is beneficial for the psychic. But remember, at the core of any endeavor is your spiritual self. Without an inner spiritual determination, any endeavor is doomed to failure. It's not an overstatement to say that your body is a temple, or that you can do, be, or have anything you desire by remaining healthy in both body and spirit. So to begin work in distant sensing, quiet your mind, release left brain thoughts and mind chatter. Take a moment to ask, what needs to be healed in my life? In that moment, you will be taken to a time in your past when you experienced a situation of importance requesting your attention. The situation may be something from a past life. It may be a time of struggle or hardship that needs healing. It may be a childhood incident needing clarification and restoration. Or it may be things from your recent past, behaviors you may want or need to change. Closely observe everything that presents itself and record it in as much detail as possible. With this kind of deep attention, there will likely be a surfacing of feelings or issues you have forgotten. You may find these to be extremely powerful impressions and feelings. Be sure to be an observer, but resist becoming immersed. It is essential that you remain an observer because the thinking mind will try to recreate these emotions and feelings and become part of your identity. The issues you encounter are not your identity. They do not define you. You are not your experiences, ever. Rather, you are a witness. Disassociate with any overwhelming emotions. As you disengage, as you disassociate with overwhelming emotions, you disempower them. Learn from this instead. See this as an opportunity to heal and reconcile. Distant sensing works to heal the mind, emotions, and the body.
Thanks for listening to the Intuitive Hour with Michelle Beltran. If you like what you heard, please share our podcast with a friend. And be sure to visit michellebeltran.com to get Michelle's popular Develop Your Clairvoyance ebook.